Okay guys, so this is going to be today's tutorial. If you'd like to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. So in today's tutorial, I decided to actually show my brows a little bit. So I'm going with my brow definer by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's in chocolate. And I'm just going to outline the brows and fill them in, and then definitely blend through them with the spoolie on the other end. Once I get them to the way I like them, I do set them with the brow gel, also by ABH. This is just one that came actually with the brow pencil. And then I'm going to go ahead and move on to the other brow and do the same thing. You can definitely see the difference between the two. I did decide to go in with a little bit of dip brow and medium brown just to kind of fill in any sparse areas, and then I also use my Naked Skin concealer to conceal underneath my brows, and I believe it's in light warm. And I like to blend it out with my finger because I feel like it gives it a little bit more of a natural look, even though we're kind of carving them out, I guess you could say. So for the eyes, I did decide to prime them with my 24-Hour Extend Eye Base by MAC. And then once we do that, we're going to get straight into eyeshadow. So first I'm just going to apply a base, like a neutral tone shade, all over the eye. And then we're going to move straight into the crease. I did actually go with some heavy color. I'm using the 35C palette, like always, because it's literally my favorite palette. And it's like a pinky purple shade, or magenta shade, I guess you could say. I'm just going to work that in the crease and kind of wing it out slightly. There's one right next to that shade, and I'm just going to keep on blending those in the crease. And then it's okay if I get a little bit on the lid, because that's going to be covered later. So then I'm going to take an even fluffier brush and just keep on blending back and forth, making sure that we have no harsh lines on the top of where we blended it out. Then adding a little bit more pigment where it's needed, of course. For the lid, I did decide to use a ColourPop shadow, and it's in Fantasy. It's a Super Shock pressed pigment, and I just packed it on the lid with a flat shader brush. I added a little bit of a highlight shade right in the front. It's just a matte shade that was in the 35C palette. And then I did decide to do wing liner. So for the face, we've already finished the eyes, and I did apply some false lashes. I did House of Lashes Iconics, and then we're going to prime the face with my Clinique Super Primer, and it's the Universal Primer. So it is one that kind of gets tacky once it's ready, so you just kind of rub it in until it gets that tackiness, and then you're set to put on your foundation. But I'm super loving this eye look. I don't know, like the colors just speak to me. So for foundation today, I did decide to go in with my Double Wear. It was more of like a matte finish. I think because the eyes were such a pop of color, I was like, let's just not let that glow go today, and we will give a more matte look. So once I apply that all over my face, I am going to go in with my favorite brush, of course, the Artiste brush. So I believe it's the Oval 7, and I'm just going to blend that out. Can you see how amazing that is? Like, it literally takes no time at all. I know it's in fast forward, but it still is like amazing. So now that I've got an even base and I really only need to cover my under eye area and maybe the center of the face, I'm going to go in with that same concealer, of course, my favorite of all time, the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and I'm going to use the Oval 7 just to kind of brush through the center of the face, and then I decided to blend out the under eye area with my fingers. I always find that the fingers give like the best finish for the under eye area. I did, once I blended it out slightly, decide to try the Oval 7. I like it. I don't like it as much with the under eye area as I do the rest of the face, but it does a job, just to kind of try it out. So then we're just going to set my under eye area, and I'm going to use my Mercier translucent powder, and then I'm going to dust the rest of my face with my Studio Fix powder just to keep that matte look going. For contouring, I am going to go in my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette. And I'm going to take the two lighter of the shades. So I'm going to blend that all the way in the hollows of the cheeks and up towards the temple on both sides of the face. And whatever's left, I did decide to bring towards the jawline. Then using that same powder, I'm just going to set that directly underneath the bronzer and dust off my under eye area, and going in with blush. I decided for blush today I was going to use Plum Foolery by MAC. So I did decide to highlight the Cupid's bow, the tip of my nose, and the top of my cheeks. And I used Other Earthly by MAC. And then to line my lips, I used one of my Jordana lip liners. And went in with a newer lipstick by Estee Lauder, and it's a Nude Reveal. So I'm dusting off that loose powder at the bottom, and then that completes today's tutorial, guys. So that's going to complete today's tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, definitely give me a thumbs up, subscribe for future videos, and leave a comment down below of what you'd like to see next. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!